Hey, welcome back to the AnKorage, and this is Tux Quest. Okay, well, welcome on back, and we are going to be moving on with something Linuxy. So we're going to be going on with Tux Quest. So that guy right up there. So there we go. So why don't we cut over to my virtual machine? So we are going to, well, I'm going to transition over, and here we are. So we are in the virtual machine that I have for Linux Mint 21.2. And yeah, when I first turned this on to get ready for this recording, I recognized this here, and I'm going, oh yeah, what's up with the themes? And I went in there and I saw that it's Yaru Olive Dark, and when I checked on Solaria, this theme did not port over when I upgraded to Linux Mint Debian Edition 6 Fay. So I gotta see if I can go into here, find this one, and copy it over. It's pretty simple. Just gotta find out where that is, which I don't remember off the top of my head, but I can remind myself. But that is not the topic of this video. This video is covering Warehouse, which I recently learned about via itfos. And so if we go into the software manager and we just type in the first part of the word, so I was throwing where, it automatically searches for it, and this is it right here. This is Warehouse, so we click on that. This is a Flatpak from FlatHub, and so if we scroll down here, it says Warehouse is an app that manages installed Flatpaks, their user data, and their and Flatpak remotes features. Show and filter the list of installed Flatpaks, display properties of all installed Flatpaks, manage large groups of Flatpaks, so on and so forth, and you can trash leftovers, and you can reinstall apps that have leftover data. So this is where it's where you have all of your packages or your software. Many things are loaded or can be loaded as system packages, but Flatpaks, that's a way of having software that's kind of sort of sandboxed away from the main part of the system so that it doesn't go messing with system files. It's just a way of just having programs in their own little area effectively. So this is really good. So we come in here, we have Flatpak install, so we're going to install it, and it'll tell you what it needs for any additional software that's going to be going in there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue that, and we can see right up here it says it's installing, so we're going to give that a moment and let that install. All right, that has finished installing, and see right here we got launch, remove. You can launch it from here if you want. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to close this. And let you know we've got some reviews. We've got a reviews tab, so we'll click on that, and we've got one review. Nice overview of all installed Flatpaks. Very useful. Very nice. Okay. So you'll notice that there is no icon up here. It's a lot of these you don't get desktop icons, or I wasn't even given the option to install or to have a application icon show up on the desktop, so I'm not worried about that. I can just come right on down here to the menu, and I can just type in where, and we get Warehouse right here. So I'm going to click on that, and there we go. And here it is. Here it is, everything. All right, so this is to list all of the Flatpaks that we have installed. Well, we only have Warehouse installed on this. Now on my Debian Edition machine, Solaria, I've got a lot in there. I have to go through and do some cleanup. There's a lot of end of life stuff and such. So, but anyhow, we've got this set up in here. This is that. So this is Warehouse. So if we were to click on it, You know, a single click doesn't do anything. A double click doesn't do anything. You have this icon over here, but we'll start off with up here. This is a refresh. So this is refreshed. If you have a whole bunch of Flatpak software in here, and you know exactly what you want, but it's not exactly displayed right away, or you can't quite remember it, you can do a search for it. And you can also filter the list on, you can show apps, you can show the runtimes if you wish. So over here, we have the selection mode. So that, so we can click on things. If you want to do, let's say, like a batch install or batch uninstall or things of that sort. It's kind of nice. Then we have a hamburger menu right here, 3 lines. You click on that, you can install from a file, manage leftover data, manage remotes, keyboard shortcuts, and of course, about warehouse. So this version is 1.3.0. You can go to the website, you can go to support questions, you can report a problem, and it'll create credits and then the legal stuff. So that's in a lot of Flatpaks, you can see a lot of that same stuff. And then, of course, you get your standard minimize, maximize, and close. So on the individual items, so here we've got warehouse. This is an informational. So you can view the properties of it. Get user data. You can do different things with that. You can trash the data. You can open the user data folder. And, of course, you got the name. What is that? Copying the name. Description. App ID. The version. The branch. The arch. Let's see. Origin, installation, ref. Let's see if I can pull this down a little more. Yeah, we got a lot more here. Installation, ref, active commit. In other words, the active commit is like basically, the application is committed for update, distribution. The latest commit, whatever. There isn't one listed here, so this tells me this is the first version. Tells you how big it is. What kind of options you've got here? You've got, system options in the current. Runtime is done using this runtime file. You can view the properties of that data. It's all right there. So, on that again. And then, of course, you can copy the runtime. So there we go. So basically, and then down in the lower corner here, these are grayed out right now, but when you click on something and it's active, you can open the copy menu, you can send the app to the trash, or you can uninstall it. So this is really good. So generally, when we're in the software center, so I'll just open that back up. Okay, there we go. When we're in here, and we're looking for different pieces of software. If we look here, you have, let's say, on the feature it says Skype, and this one here is Signal Desktop. If it's for FlatHub, it's actually identified as FlatHub. If it's going to be a system file, typically, from my experience, there's nothing listed here. So if we were to say, let's open up Skype, we can see this, and if we look right here, it's a system package. And if we drop that down, we can see there's a Flatpak as well. But I don't like microflop, so granted, I do have it on Celeria, but I haven't used it in years. Dropbox, Audacity, just try Signal Desktop. Let's see. There is no system package. It's only a Flatpak, so I can't click on this. So there we go. Oh, there we are. All right. So why don't we pick one just to see here? Let's go with Audacity. We see right now, by default, it's a system package, but there's a little arrow here, so we can drop that down, and there is a Flatpak. So, and there it is. And why don't we install it? We'll go ahead. We'll do an install on that. And if I pull this over here, okay, it's finished installing, but it hasn't shown up over here yet. But if I refresh it by clicking this, there it is. So if I wanted to uninstall it, I could just highlight it like that. Yeah. If I shut that off, I've got the little hamburger menu. I can downgrade it, disable, uninstall. So let's try uninstall. So if I uninstall it, that disappears. So it has completely disappeared. So generally, when you've got software from the software center and you've installed this stuff like that, you do want to pay attention to what kind of distribution you're getting. Are you getting a system package? Are you getting a Flatpak? There's other types out there. You can like do direct downloads of DEB files or DEB files. You can also do app images, which are dedicated single an app image, like an actual program that's completely separate from everything. If you happen to like those, but if you want to come in here, they Linux Mint does have this set up here so it can distribute FlatHub or Flatpaks from FlatHub. FlatHub is the location where these are actually sourced from. And if we were to go into here, we could go into FlatHub, do a search on that, and there it is. And of course, we see I've got my I'm using CRX on this installation, so github.com/ or FlatHub right there, FlatHub discourse missions. So if we just go to the main FlatHub, it's basically here. So this is the application from what I can see. So we can see Flat. There is a website. Here we go, flatpak.org. Here it is. So basically, you can go in here and you can find all of the same applications or packages that you find out here in here. And you can, you can get set up and stuff like that, but you don't necessarily need to get set up on flatpak.org to use Flatpaks. You can just use the software manager in Linux Mint to get Flatpaks. So that's really good to have. So this is very good. And, as far as, let's say, like the theming goes, by default, you get the, it's really bright and everything like that, You can actually set this up so that everything is dark. If I can, that's custom, let's say, Mint Y. There we go. There we go. You see, we got the mint dark all the way around. See, and there it is how it's dark. I like the dark theming more so than anything else, but that's just me. And but in the end, Warehouse is very, very good, and I do like it very much. So that is Warehouse on Linux Mint, and I'm sure it may be available on other distributions. However, I'm more of a Linux Mint kind of person, so I just want to use Mint, and this that's perfectly fine. Anybody can just use Mint or just use Pop OS or just use Dorin or any of the others. For me, for my needs, for my likes, my desires in Linux and stuff like that, I like Linux Mint, Debian Edition in particular. I do have the straight up Linux Mint on that virtual machine that I use for these videos. So there we go. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I like Warehouse. I love Flatpaks. They're not snaps because no, they're trying to get themselves from what I'm seeing, they're trying to get themselves so separated from everything. Almost kind of like a, hey, we'll take care of it. But when it snaps, it's not being audited by the OS distributors. It's all on the developers. They're trusting the developers, and developers make mistakes. That's why we need QA. We need audits. They came from the QA realm, and there we go. So I like the fact that we have warehouse. I really like that. It's great for managing Flatpaks that are installed in the system, because if you install a whole bunch of Flatpaks, you may not remember all of them, especially if you get over 3 or 4, I would assume. And there you go. So I like it. It's easy to use. It's, I don't want to say simple, but it's simple to use. It's not that difficult. So I highly recommend using it. And yeah, there we go. So that's going to be it for this video. It's a lot shorter than the others, but I tried to talk a little more. Try to make it a little bit longer. But either way, that's the end of it. And thank you for coming along. And I hope you like Warehouse as much as I do, and that you decide to use it. So let's fly with that. So thank you very much. Skál, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.